Oh, today was.
Welcome to hell. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
That was nice timing, Eddie, with your countdown. It was right when Rob was talking.
I never would usually saw you.
So comics, Heroes Con. Yeah, I can't afford it. I'm not gonna be able to go, but
Yeah, I'm pretty much tapped. So plus our 2 vacations this year. I'm taking a week in California in August, and we're going up to guess where? Montana in July. So
where in Montana?
have her again. My wife's daughter's there. Her new 28-year-old boyfriend. We get to go meet. She's 18.
All right. You gonna bring a shotgun?
I was thinking about that one really.
I think they give you one when you get off the plane.
That's true. It is Montana. You probably.
We're driving. I mean,
still at the agri station when you check for vegetables, they might hand you a gun at the same time.
You'd probably get a free gun rack with a fill up.
Yeah. Well, we got to go through Idaho too. So I mean, either way, either state's fucked.
Well, you get meth and you get a gun.
Yeah. Well, we're also bringing along the 17-year-old grandchild with us, the girl who's best friends with Lizzie, and she's going to be. My wife's like, I'm going to be as gentle as nice to this guy. He has a kid. He's 28. She's 18. But the grandkid who has a mount, who's ghetto in some ways, will basically demean this poor 28-year-old. She's like, she's already gone. Have you seen him? He's so fucking ugly. I'm like, damn. Hey, maybe she used the F word, but hey, I mean. But, on another note, if you want to find out something interesting that I'm kind of related to, sorry, let's just do this. If you look up on Channel 8 News in Las Vegas, today is the story. And I'll go it this way. My wife's daughter's dad's girlfriend's brother killed his mother on Mother's
roommate.
Day. Killed his hand. Killed his blood?
So my wife's daughter's dad.
I don't care about that shit. Get to the killing.
Yeah, killed his mother on Mother's Day.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
And him and the two brothers, he's dating with their sister, I guess, were high on meth and marijuana or whatever. And one of them says, this isn't even our mother. She's a robot, and stabbed her to death. It made news right on Channel 8.
So you're not really there by blood with all that?
No. It's just I thought it was a good little limerick. My wife's daughter's.
What is cousin's former roommate? And what does that make us? Absolutely.
What's up, Crucius? Welcome to Cranky Comic Chat, where we almost never talk about comics, but
yes,
almost always talk about.
We were before we went live, and we said let's go live so we can talk about comics, and then we started
back to the comic book part. Even though the video is coming out next week, we can see this came in yesterday, and so that finishes off above 20, and then this came in today.
Nice.
So we are now at 1, 2, 3, 4, and 12.
Nice.
So basically, first Juggernaut's going to be the hard one, and then 1 through 4.
1 and 2, yeah.
Yeah, 1 through $3,000 for a 0.5. I think I can't sell off enough shit to pay for that, so I don't know how I'll get it. We'll see. When I have one more
wife's brother's cousin's kid's life story.
That's pretty much what I just did. I had to pay $3,500 for a 0.5 on a ASM 1.
Nice.
I'm just happy I generally don't have that expensive. I mean, don't get me wrong. My tastes are not that expensive. I would love to own like an X-Men 1, an AF-15, an Action Comics 1, a Tech 27, but they're not on my
So Rob, when is the AF-15 coming?
So this is the great thing, right? So I was talking to the guy about the ASM 1. He's showing me an AF-15 that's a low grade AF-15 as well, right? And I looked at him and I said, you know what the great thing about collecting ASM 1 through 100 slabbed is? And he goes, what? I said, AF-15 isn't ASM 1 through 100.
Yes.
So I don't care.
I'm sure you'd take it if you could find it at good pricing. Look,
if I could buy it, if I could pay $3,500 for an AF-15, sure.
Yeah.
But I'm not. And since a 0.5 is what? I think a 5-figure book?
Yeah.
No, come on.
This is the question, legit question for you, Rob. Would you put together a trade of 5 figures worth of current smaller books you own for it?
Oh, if I could find some moron who is willing to take 4 or 5 boxes of fucking modern variants and shit.
I mean, or if you went to the work of selling them all, but that's a ton of work, and I know.
Sure, but
Yeah.
But that's not going to happen. So
I'm not even talking modern variants. I'm talking like minor other smaller.
yeah, regardless.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't care that much for whatever reason. AF-15, I just from the get-go, I put it out of my mind as unattainable.
Sure.
And so I'm fine with that. I have several facsimiles. I'm happy to live on with that.
I get that because every book I just spouted off, there's no way in hell I'll ever own. And so
ASM1 is one of those books that I really honestly had come to grips with the fact that I thought that maybe the best I might ever get was the Golden Records reprint.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I was again kind of happy. I have a variety of different reprints, everything else.
Yeah.
It just happened to be that when I was at Shortbox Live, this one was up. I saw it up there, and I'm all, 3,500 seems low.
Yeah.
And so I looked it up and realized that 0.5 was selling for about $1,000 more, and that the issue is that this is a UK price variant. Well, if you look at the UK price variant, there's not as many comps.
Yeah.
Because there's less of them.
Sure.
And so the guy just priced it. He just priced it based on comps, not off anything else, not paying attention to the fact that it was released the exact same month. It's not like it came out later.
It's not a reprint or it's not.
Yeah,
it's
none of those things.
It's a variant.
It's right. It's like fucking newsstand versus not. It's still the fucking first issue. So to get it for $1,000 less, that was a quick. Let me call my wife, and just because I want to stay married, and say that I consulted, and her being foolish enough to say, well, it's on your list of things you want to get. If you could do it, go ahead. It's like, let's put the piece of cake in front of the fat man and say, hey, here's some cake if you like it.
Did the credit card get a workout then?
Well, the credit card got used.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have that kind of money in my cash on hand, or in my even to do a PayPal or Venmo or Zelle at the moment. I've bought fucking, not counting that ASM1, in the last 5 months, in the 5 months of this year, I've bought ASM 4, 5, 6, 9, 13, 14, and 15. On top of that, now the number 1.
Yeah.
None of those are cheap books.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like my cash on hand was depleted, but I knew, look, I have stocks and stuff that I could sell.
Yeah.
So I knew I could do it. So sure enough, today was like, unfortunately, I work in the finance organization of my company, and it was we're reporting our quarter earnings, which means I can't trade stocks for a window of period on either side of that because of insider trading rules.
Yeah.
But that ended today. I would turn around and I sold some of my stock and paid off the credit card bill before it came due. So it was basically a free interest-free loan from the credit card.
What the heck's going on here? I wish I had the money. I do not. It's a 3.0 for $4,250.
Because is that a PGX or an old?
It's in bidding. That's not.
No. Oh, you're right. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's.
But is that an old CGC or is it
old CGC.
or old PGX?
Old CGC.
It's old CGC. It's bidding. There's still.
Yeah.
There's still a couple days left on that, Eddie. So.
3,300 for a 0.5 raw and 4,650 for a 0.5.
3,300 for a raw. That's a rough pill to swallow.
Yeah, I know. I couldn't even. I will not buy 1 through 4 unless they're already graded. I won't even
see the biggest key I would maybe hypothetically chase. Is like my personal one, because I don't have I love Spider-Man and all that, but it's not a thing I collect. Is that I would love to have Journey to Mystery 83, but that's also way out of my price range too.
That would be what, first Loki?
First Thor.
Oh, Thor. Okay.
Yeah.
There's a Strange Adventures #1 I've been keeping an eye on.
Oof.
It's $1,000.
That's not
It's not It's not unreasonable.
Is it graded or raw?
God, that's a good question. I'm trying to remember. Let me
Damn, the #1's even gone up. I see some buy it now 0.5s. They're already CGC graded for $4,750.
It's a 5.5 CGC.
Oh wow,
doesn't seem like a bad price for that one. That's another one of those that comes up more often than the Mystery in Space. But
it does. But anyway, so the joy was that so of course everything always comes up. There's always once you spend a bunch of money on a book, especially the other books that you need or want keep coming up.
Yeah.
Right. It's like, so I've seen the ASM2 and ASM3 are all I need left. Right.
Oh,
And
wow.
I've seen them pop up at reasonable prices
Yeah.
recently, but I've had to, hey, you know what? Let Sleeping Dogs laugh.
You got to pause for a minute.
I am going to Heroes Con next month.
Yeah.
We'll see what's there type thing.
We'll see
But
what you find.
Scott from Hoarder's Hide had pinged me the other day because he also knows I'm collecting. One of the things I'm collecting is all the Flash Gordon Dell 4 color books.
Yeah.
And the first one is issue 10 of Dell 4 color series 2. So that's like a 1940 something. It's not a young book. It's because it's the first Flash Gordon comic book. It's not a cheap. I mean, it's reprints of the dailies, but it's still it's not an inexpensive.
Sure.
I don't know if it's I don't think it's the first Flash Gordon comic book. It's the first Dell Flash Gordon comic.
Sure.
But so it's always, I can find it readily available. It's usually in 2.0 to 3.0 condition, and it's usually raw, and it's usually they want $500 to $700 for it. And I'm just like, oh, that's just insane. Scott pings me a link to a short boxed item, an item on short boxed for the Dell 4 color number 10 in a 5.5. The guy was asking I think it was $225. And I almost jumped on it right then and there, except I was like, it seems like it's been a little while since they've done a free shipping promo. I'm going to take a gamble. I'm going to hit the like button on this, or the heart button on this, see if the person sends me an offer. At the same time, keep an eye out. Sure enough, today they dropped the promo for free shipping for the next couple of days. And the guy drops the price down to $175. And I was
wow.
Yoink, here's the promo code. Bam.
Yeah.
Just
nice. So according to Key Collector, which does not have the Dell 4 color on there, so take everything they say with a grain of salt, because and they're also not the first appearance of Flash Gordon in Standard Comics, which is reprinted newspaper comic strips, is King Comics number 1 from 1936.
Okay.
And that's a Popeye cover. So yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I didn't think it was his first appearance, but
that's also first Mandrake the Magician and first appearance of Popeye. So I mean, it might
be that it's the first book where it's just him, because it has Flash Gordon on the cover. Dell 4 colors were.
Sure.
It was, each book was a different character or whatever it was featured, but it's not the greatest cover. There's better Flash Gordon covers, but it's the first one in the series.
Oh, I know. I was just curious. While you were talking, I looked it up.
Yeah.
I'm saying now, looking at what I'm looking, I'm just looking at some of the ones I am missing. I think number 2 is next on my list. It's out of all of them, it's the low number. I'm looking at a 3.5 for $9.49 or best offer. So I'll start $500 and see where it goes. You know what I mean?
For number 2?
For number 2, yeah. I mean, you look at that, I guess, because really it's the Vanisher's second appearance.
Yeah.
There's nothing else there.
I'm disappointed. I recently was perusing on eBay and I was just finding some stuff that was like, I was looking at the stuff that's about to end, midweek stuff, and had found several slabs that were pretty cheap. And I ended up picking up like one slab for like $15 plus shipping for a 9.8 Strange Academy, not a key, but just a current book. I said, okay, for $15, I'll plus shipping, I'll pay for it, and I'll just throw it in my pile of stuff for comics curing cancer. But there was a Harley Quinn book that was one of the Aunt Lucia bombshell variants. So it's the pinup girl style stuff of Harley Quinn. And I picked it. It was like $20 something, and I grabbed it because I have a copy raw, but this was a 9.8, and I was like, either I'll keep it for myself or I'll put it in the comics curing cancer stuff. And I won the auction, and the shit never fucking shipped. So then I fucking ping the guy through eBay, and he doesn't respond, and eBay just refunds my money to me. I'm all, fuck, I really don't want
just
the
want the
money
book?
back.
Yeah.
I want the book. I want
Yeah.
the book for
Yeah.
$20 fucking dollars.
We probably canceled it more than likely.
Oh, he probably said, "Fuck that! I ain't shipping that shit. $20,
Yeah.
fuck that."
I sometimes
Yeah.
do that, and then I end up with books I never want. I got a stack of a few books. It's like, ooh.
Yeah,
What
but
do I do with them now?
I buy things when I find something that's a stupid deal,
Yeah.
or that I
Yeah.
think is a really good, reasonable price for low money. That it may not be for me, but I think that it would be something cool for,
Sure.
or something we could put in for Comics Curing Cancer.
Yeah, we can do
Yeah.
something.
I will do that because I felt one of the things that worked really well was having a pool of things where it was like hey, any donation of $25 or more, you got put on
Yeah.
the wheel. I think that worked really well
Yeah.
um, throughout stuff, and
That makes sense.
I want to have some cool stuff, not just a couple raw books or some art. I'd like to have a
I've been
few.
really cutting back on everything I bought. I mean, I buy the new shit every week to review, which is
Right.
Yeah. How big is
but
this week?
but I've been trying to there was a bunch of Strange Adventures and shit like in the 60s to 70 issues, like graded 3, whatever, that were like up for like 20-25 bucks for a graded 3.5 plus shipping that just are expiring and stuff. And I was like, God damn it! Like, I was tempted to just do a bunch of them, but I'm like,
what if I win them all? Then I'll be in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just really I'm trying to save up for either the bigger keys I'm really chasing. Also, I want to try to get a cheaper apartment and all this stuff. I'm kind of they're moving here 6 months ago, starting a new job and restarting everything just kind of blew my wad. So I'm trying to be careful with everything.
Yeah.
But, it's just
be responsible.
Yeah, I know.
But one of the things when I'm bored is I just go on eBay and I don't type in specific titles. I just type in variations of like Silver Age comic or Silver comic, and see what the fuck comes up ending soonest. Because you never know. There's these random lots that sometimes show up with really good books chucked in the middle of them. And
I just bought a bunch. I got some stuff. I was because I'm always also buying stuff for the giveaway bin, right?
Yeah.
And so recently, I came across some warehouse lots. So it was a guy as somebody got boxes of books that came from Diamond that they're moving in bulk. Is putting them in blocks of 10 or something of books and selling them for putting them up for auction starting at $5. And so I've gotten several books where I've gotten 10 copies and they're in fucking pristine condition, and I'm getting them for $12 shipped or something, because I combined shipping with it all. It didn't cost me much. So I'm buying $12 for this lot of 10. So then my cost per book to give away is down low, but there's some pretty nice books. Some a lot of Gunslinger Spawn #1 and the the Wonder Woman Black and Gold #1 and some of that stuff. It's just
what I've found personally, eBay has a pretty dumb search engine.
Yeah.
And which can be good and bad. Because if you just type in different variations, you'll hit on shit that other people probably aren't going to like. Like comic book lot turns up a whole different list of shit than comics. And so adding that word lot in there, just free advice for the audience, people. Just fuck around and find out in a good way.
There's some pretty there's some pretty crazy deals on some of the lots, and there's also some stuff that people are crazy.
I mean, crazy on. Yeah,
I mean, I've been finding stuff. You're like, oh, it's a good deal on it, but it's $40 to ship.
I mean, you have to pay attention to all of it.
Yeah, but then again, if somebody at the same time, I don't blame the person if they're selling me a lot of 50 books for $20. Okay, it's going to cost $40 ship. Well, they shouldn't. It's going to cost somebody to ship potentially.
I mean, but I've found a lot of stuff tucked away in silver. I found the first Power Girl, first Creeper, first a lot of especially DC books. Silver Age DC first appearances you can find because they show up in weird titles and they're not all A-listers and I got the Power Girl before she blew up and I was on that top 10 list, but I think I paid $8 for the book,
Nice.
If you just do random weird searches. And I mean Marvel books too, but Marvel's trickier, even though I think people are getting burned out on chasing every little Marvel key too. So yeah. Or they're realizing that it's dumb as fuck to like buy like villain keys and spec on them forever. Like, and because Marvel's like, that's a one and done, or that's a minor character. Like, first appearance of Kraglin is not going to be a big book ever, you know? Like,
yeah.
So, but I also like collect.
Everybody's got to go spec on their the legendary Star-Lord miniseries. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. So, speaking of which, have you guys seen the movie?
I did. I saw it yesterday. Finally.
Yeah.
We saw it Saturday.
I don't understand why everyone's thinking this is such a great film. I didn't think it was a bad film.
It was a fun film.
Yeah, it was a fun movie, but it wasn't. I didn't think it was like amazing and the best Marvel movie. And
I thought it was. I disagree, Rob. I thought it was one of the better ones. I thought it was the best one since Endgame, and
yeah, probably better than the second one. I really didn't care for the second one.
Well, the second, I think it as a trilogy, I think it's the best Marvel trilogy.
Oh, sure.
But and I was crying like a baby during some of the rocket parts in the last one. I admit it.
My wife was big time.
I thought it was good. I thought it fit with that narrative of that. I mean, you could tell that it's one person's vision throughout the thing, and it tells a story, and yet still leaves it open for other stuff to go.
Yeah,
I'm fine with it. I guess I didn't get any spoilers going into it, but I did, because I waited 2 weeks to see it. I kept hearing people talk about it.
Yeah.
And because they were, and because they're hyping it, then I'm expecting some
greatness,
glorious greatness.
And I saw it early enough where I was like, I had initial good things, but not I didn't listen to the reviews or anything.
And so I'm just like, at the end of the day, I'm like, well, yeah, it was a good movie. Don't get me wrong.
I liked it. Yeah.
I don't know that,
I mean, there's, I could probably nitpick it to hell if I really wanted, but like sure. I don't think Adam Warlock had any business being in the movie.
He was so useless. Well, I don't even get the whole.
I really do think that like, I think James Gunn had him planned for a separate thing, and then like they're like, no, you're kind of done after, and then just had to put him back in here. And I think the Endgame fucked up what he was planning on doing with Gamora, and like you can just sort of tell that some of the
Gamora was kind of an afterthought.
But I kind of liked the direction that arc went, and I really liked the weird organic planet they went on, and the James Gunn's visual sense I've always enjoyed. It's bizarre as hell, and I thought
the stuff with Cosmo was hilarious. Getting fixated on being called a bad dog.
Yeah, bad dog. Bad dog. He called me bad dog.
Take it back.
Comparing it to how shitty like Ant-Man and the Wasp or Quantumania looked versus, I thought it looked great for the most part.
Quantumania actually comes out tomorrow on streaming. I might have to watch it. I'll watch it a second time. I still can't bring myself to watch Love and Thunder a second time, but I can probably watch that one a second time.
Yeah, I thought Quantumania was okay. I thought it was decent, but
some parts of it.
I hated.
There was no big. Now that Kang's pretty much gone after the actor's toast. I don't think he's
maybe they can bring back. Well, I don't want to spoil it for anyone watching in the audience.
No, fuck it. There's nobody watching. It's two people. Who cares?
Well, two people in the audience. Speak up if you don't want us to talk about any more Guardian stuff. How about that? So, I really enjoyed it. I saw it on my own. I saw it after a shitty day of work. I was like, I was just in the mood to like have escapism, and it really worked for me.
Yeah, we decided just to go see it on a whim. So
after work yesterday.
Yeah.
We decided a week ago Saturday to go out and go see it, and my wife's like, "Yep." So it was about $100 movie day. We ate food at movie.
Movie day. Jesus Christ! Your movie theaters are expensive.
Well, no, we just had some pretzels and popcorn and just kind of relaxed.
Still.
What?
And ice cream. He said.
Still $100. I mean, geez.
What do you think of it, Lascrucius?
Well, it wasn't quite 100, probably.
I don't know. I took my son to see it yesterday. It was with me, and I probably shouldn't have eaten that much popcorn, but whatever. I really hate the thing I hate about movies. Now let's turn to the cranky part of this.
There we go.
Right. Yeah. Is the fact that I get there, and I love the fact that I got assigned seating, and I don't have to get there and queue up and all this other shit. Of course, I didn't need to for this because there was like 3 other people in the fucking theater, which is on a, because we're at a 4 p.m. on a Monday afternoon, right? 2 weeks after it's been released.
Yeah.
So there's nobody there, but we go to get our concessions. They got concessions on both sides, but are two sides of concessions, but they got one side closed off. So you go into the one side that's open, but then they got the registers closed off. So you have to turn around and make a U-turn back to go back up to the front to pay.
Oh yeah.
Instead of the normal progression. But I get my stuff and I go in to sit down to watch the movie. Now you sit down 5 minutes before the movie is supposed to start. You got 5 minutes of fucking Nuvi with what's her name, and then 30 fucking minutes of goddamn commercials, essentially previews and commercials.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right. Either I gotta eat my popcorn now while it's warm and use it all up practically before I get to the movie, or I have to use willpower to not eat this nice smelling aromatic warm popcorn, let it get cold.
So see, Rob, you got to move to Madison, Wisconsin. We have a place called Flick's Brew House. You go in, you sit down, and then you hit a button, and then they come serve you.
Oh, I could do that. They'll bring it to me.
In Vegas, they have that where you go.
Well, they also have bottomless popcorn. So you just hit, and it's all one price no matter what. And they say,
they charge me a per seat delivery charge.
Oh, we don't get that either.
I'm unwilling to pay $5 for them to walk it to my fucking chair.
Yeah, one of the ones in Vegas.
I am the king of lazy, and I will pay people to do a lot of things, for me. But if it's walking from the theater to the lobby to pick up my own popcorn, I can do that.
Fair enough. This place they have a full menu too, so it's not just popcorn. They got
Vegas has that, but they give you a little buzzer so you can go. You have to go back over and pick it up.
Oh, and ours we'd turn on a button and then they get notified, and then they come take your order, and then you got to pay at the end of the movie. So
pay at the end.
Yeah.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
So.
But
or in the third act, they'll come out and duck and slip you the bill, and then you just got to
slip you the bill.
Yeah.
In the back row, they really slip you the bill.
Exactly.
I think at the Santa Fe down in Vegas, one of the
unrelated. This is probably my cover of the week for tomorrow.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you got one?
Yeah, Avengers.
Is that like a regular cover?
It's a regular variant. Yeah.
Oh. Huh.
Yeah, because I've seen it posted different places. I assumed that it was somebody's exclusive.
Nope. I think it's either the B or the C cover.
My comic shop won't get it
for Avengers or
Avengers 1. Yeah. There's a shitload of number ones coming out next week.
I won't pick it up, but
or this week.
I guess I should go by the shop and see if there's anything there. I've been buying 2 weeks.
For the one person watching, you can watch my reviews tomorrow at 8:30.
8:30, you say?
Wow.
Central time, yeah.
We used to get like 70 people in here. Lately, it's been dead.
Well, part of that's my fault because last week I've been inconsistent. I'm sorry. Last week I had no internet, and then
you didn't even make a thing saying we canceled. You just
I didn't plan on canceling last week. It just kind of happened.
I know. Yeah. Other than that, nothing going on really. I've been watching the end of the TV series, and that's about it. Oh, I got my new computer, so it's here. So yes, I have to pay that off. But either way, it runs everything now. It's incredible, and it runs Marvel, the Marvel game, the whatever it's called, Knights. I can't remember.
Sure. Okay.
And I was able to get it to work again. The reason it crashed when I first loaded, I realized the final save I have probably caused my entire thing on the last system. I think the final it corrupted the last save game and then wouldn't even load the game, so I had to go one back. And it's Marvel Knights. Oh, great! I forgot the name now. Oh well, okay. Whatever. Still fun to play. Good game. I'm having fun with it. I would probably do like some kind of online thing, but I don't have any that computer's permanently right now in the other room. But I've been playing I forgot the Midnight Suns, Marvel's Midnight Suns. It's actually kind of fun.
Nice.
Not really gives a shit, but still fun.
Oh, nice. I've been tempted to, again, I'm not doing it. I'm trying to save money to get a Nintendo Switch just so I can play the new Zelda game. But
I have an older Switch and an older and Breath of the Wild, and I played it for a while and then lost interest. And the new one did come out. I went by GameStop, and they had 100 people at our little GameStop the day it came out. 100 people walked in there to buy it.
Yeah, there was a ton of people waiting in line outside the shit here. I'm like, you can just get it online, right?
Yeah, you can just download it off on your Switch. And I was like, don't you have an OLED Switch? I'm like, no, I have an old Switch. It's an old piece of, It's been played for about 20 hours total. I never touch it anymore. But really, not much else going on. I'm trying to make a deal on the rest of the books I got from you. So I might need a re-influx on those. So if you get more of them, let me know.
I mean, I can always, just let me know. I'll make another run.
I have a guy that wants to all the ones I couldn't get rid of, because all like the virgins and shit like that, and all the ones with the girls on them flew out the door. Flew out. Pretty much gone. I'm down to trade variants and stuff like that. So I'm talking with him. I'm seeing if he needs the last 80 books.
All right.
So
there's
still ones in the shop. I won't get rid of those. He just
let me know. I can go grab another short box or so for you. I got a bunch.
I have some cool stuff put aside for you. I think you'll like. So
whatever. They're not doing anything, man. Like they're sitting in my dad's house in storage. So
yeah, I just figured it's like he's gonna.
And that was back I basically bought them to gamble with that Spider-Man move. So,
but yeah, really, I've been kind of messing with that. I've ran out of stuff for mystery boxes of good of things I consider making a mystery box out of. But I'm hoping I can save some money up for Jack B's next box.
Yeah, I think he's gonna. Those are looking pretty good. And you sold all yours, right? That $70 or $65.
The $70 one. Finally,
that was a good price point, I think.
Yeah, well, they each had at least 2 decent Silver Age, but a lot of it's for the artwork. It's all the Tales to Astonish. I love those. I'm doing the Tales of Suspense. So any time I pick up a bulk amount of Tales to Astonish that I've been putting to the side and using those for mystery boxes, because I'm not going to do that series right now. Yeah, you can't really see my little setup where Galactus is now, but now I've got all Tales of Suspense in CGC 4.0 and above. Kind of fun just for the artwork on them. But I'm kind of liking that. I would love to really get rid of the here. You see all this over here? I would really love to get rid of all that right there.
Well, yeah.
I think there's only 2 short boxes and a long box I would keep, but it is just ugly.
I get it. Now that I'm apartment living, I'm really like, I don't, my problem is I keep buying the new shit every week. So that just fills up a short box pretty quickly. And then,
well, since I can't find decent mystery boxes out there and, I'm pretty much still getting the box heroes just for fun. And the 1 in 500 chance of getting Avengers #1 this month. Fuck it. I'll go for it. I mean, what the heck, for $39, I'll do it. And I did. I wanted what was it? Unknown Comics, or one of them did like a chance of getting artwork, from whatever artist. So I bought that box just for fun. So, but I guess Wink is doing another set of boxes. So, and Skeff's box wasn't terrible. I mean, I don't need the slab, so that's one that. I mean, Comics Curing Cancer. It's a 9.8. It's the one Mandalorian 20th anniversary cover, the gold one, whatever that was. That Darth Vader. I don't know.
Gotcha.
It's something I don't need, but
I figured Skeff's would be variant covers. It's his bread and butter. So
he said he was only doing 3 raws and a slab, and it was only a $50 box, so it was a 9.8 slab, but he put like 6 or 7 books in it.
Well,
so
there you go.
Cool.
Give the audience more than they're expecting, buddy.
Yeah, so I don't mind. I mean, I figure I want to talk to the Harden to Harden about doing something for the Comics Curing Cancer, but I'm losing all my Harden. All the guys I work with that have the last name Harden are all leaving.
Well,
so I'm going to talk to Taz. If he's here tomorrow, he might be leaving up north. They had some major fuck ups in the gas up here. I mean, I'm not even supposed to be talking about them, but really, no one would ever find out if I did. But 3 people from the local construction crew got suspended, including Harden's cousin. I mean, Harden's grandkid or whatever. I don't know what his father, his brother's son, but then a bunch of them. And down south, one of the guys got fired during a crew when I was working on my third party. He basically told my third party girl inspector to go fuck off.
Well, that'll get you fired.
It actually told her, go ahead and call JC. I don't care. She called JC. Next day, the guy's out.
Well,
they escorted him off the site and fired his ass. You can't tell a girl to fuck off in the middle of work because you don't like what she did. And she's your inspector.
That doesn't seem like proper work etiquette.
No.
Chip, you still playing the Jedi game? I know you were playing something else. What was it, Diablo 4 the other time when I saw you? Nice.
Oh, Diablo 6 is coming. It should
or
be
not
out.
Diablo.
Diablo 4.
Maybe, I don't remember.
It is 4. 4's out in 3 weeks. I'm thinking about it.
Okay. The sort of third person. I can't remember.
Yep.
Chip was playing it live the other day.
Oh,
before
nice.
that, he was playing the Jedi one.
They're on open beta right now. I think Diablo 4 is on open beta. I thought about it, but it's like $70.
No.
I thought about it. Yeah, Diablo 4 is
I cannot fall down a PC gaming rabbit hole. Yeah. Beta testing. Gotcha.
I've been playing the Midnight Suns, and that's until I finish that or get farther in it. You know,
I've
I
got too
finally
many
got
vices
Captain
as it is.
America.
I don't really need a video game vice on top of it. Like it's
It can be a time sink.
Yeah. Well, what I like about Midnight Sun, it is kind of turn based, and you can basically pause anytime, save it, move on. You only do you have an entire area to go look around and do different things with Agatha. It's based in, it's probably kind of cool. I mean, I've already gone against Venom. I went against an evil Scarlet Witch, and yesterday the characters are kind of cool. I learned about characters I never even knew about in Marvel. I never even dealt with.
I'm just happy that I found a PC client version of Axis and Allies I can play.
Well, there you go.
Wait, they have Axis and Allies? They do?
Yeah.
Is it turn based and all that fun stuff? Who do you play against?
It's like, well, you can either play against the computer AI or you can play against other people. It's just
Is it on like Steam or something, or
something like that.
Ooh, okay, I'm gonna have to go look at that.
Yeah,
I love.
I own a Mac, so I don't have that temptation.
Because I can see us can you do like a 7-player Axis and Allies, or is it stuck just doing?
It's only 5.
Oh, 5. I forget the amount. I haven't played the game in 30 years. Okay, I know.
3 allies and 2 Axis powers.
I'll have to download it and try it out.
I don't need.
I'll play against the computer, which is fine.
There you go.
But that game was I got to buy the American version, whatever that one was, the U.S. version.
There's lots of variants.
Well, at the time, there was Axis and Allies, and then the game they did after that, I forgot the name of it. I think it's still sitting in my mom's house up in the closet somewhere. But yeah, we used to play Axis and Allies all the time.
But did they have Ticket to Ride? Kidding.
I don't think I've seen that one on a computer version, but
I'm sure it exists. It's probably an app.
maybe.
I'm sure that
I have a board game, but
it's a fun enough board game. But
yeah,
spelled BORED. Get it? Because
I'm a Catan man.
I like Catan.
My
You ever played
best
Starships
friend
in Catan?
loves it.
No, I just play the original.
Rob, I mean, honestly, just aesthetically, if you can find it, I don't think they make it anymore. The Starships for Catan you probably like because it's got the 30s, 40s space aesthetic.
No, that'd be very better than the Star. Because I've only ever seen the Star. I've seen the Star Trek one, but I haven't seen a regular space version. But
Oh, you're right. There it is. Axis and Allies online in Steam. I'm getting that.
I also like to play the other game I like to play with the kids and stuff. The family is we love Munchkin. That's just a fun game.
Oh, nice.
All the different bunch of expansion packs.
Your time, you never played Axis and Allies, Taylor?
No, I never played Axis and Allies.
When we were on the old BBSs, the big game back then was a game called Trade Wars. And that was a freaking blast. I mean, it was all text, but it was a little graphical text. I had a few partners in different crews. It was just massive fights. I'd go to his work at midnight in the middle of the night. We'd play our turns together because all had to be it was crazy. Oh yeah, definitely Axis now. $20. That's not too bad. But I almost got into that whole, I want to play the newest, what do you call it?
Oh no, hang on. It's a different one. Starfarers of Catan is what I'm talking about. Okay, that's the one. Sorry.
Oh, nobody posted. I don't think we'll get anybody to join us tonight, but
this is another one that's good. Yeah, Starfarers of Catan is the one that's got the old rocket looking thing. Yeah, it's anyways.
Well, it's shared so we can see what the hell you're talking about because I can't.
It never. I don't think I have a sharing permission set up, so whatever.
I don't think you have to. You just go down to present at the bottom, right? Then share. You hit in the present on the bottom. You hit share screen, and then you just put share. That's all. You don't have to. I'm just letting you know.
Let's see if I can find a good image. Is it sharing now?
Yeah, there it is. Hang on. I just added to the screen.
I'm just trying to find a good image of the. It's not okay. They don't have any good images of the fucking starship, but like. Oh, here we go. That's probably on Twitter. Great.
I never gotten.
That's probably the best of it. I mean, so it's got the it's just.
Oh, it's got the whole starship.
It's got a plastic starship. Everyone has their own plastic starship, and you add on to it and stuff. And then there's a mothership they're not showing that's got other stuff to it and stuff. But whatever. So
sophomore year in No, not even junior high, 7th, 8th grade. We were playing the old hex maps, Starfleet battles.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we're talking like the original Starfleet battles. Really had nothing to do with actually Star Trek, but you know what?
You all right there, Rob?
My wife came home, and it's warm here in
Something doesn't happen
California.
very often.
So she's wearing a dress, and she's purposely teasing and taunting me and leaning over and showing.
Nice.
Yeah,
Rob's head's growing all the time. Here we go.
Rob just saw the Starship Catan.
she's claiming she just walked by, but yeah, she's teasing me
Nice.
playfully.
Rob's fat stacks just got fatter.
Say, don't be jealous.
Not jealous, just wordplay, buddy. Wordplay.
That's right.
Miss So.
Well,
you've been here a while.
Yeah.
Other than that, really, it's gonna be a long week, and then a 2-day weekend, and then a few weeks. My wife's
he
gone
understands the week, and he understands how the weekend works. That's great, phenomenal. How does the calendar work? How do we get to when we get to the end of the month?
Well,
what happens?
I'm looking forward to Memorial Day weekend. Wife's in California for 3 days. I get the house to myself.
Nice.
Might head to Vegas for a day, do some shopping.
What happened?
Eddie, you were not good when you're bored.
Huh?
You were like you spend money when you're bored, don't you?
Well, no. The problem is right now the shop's doing really poorly when it comes. You have to put new shit in almost every. Rotate everything. So, and the best place to find anything down there is down in Vegas. Within the city has more comic book shops within within mileage of any other city. You've got Pop seem to sell extremely well. So there's several indoor swap meet places that sell shit real cheap. And even my friend who owns called the Pop Shack inside of a mall there, he sells stuff for $10, $12 each that bank for $30 or $40 sometimes.
Yeah.
So I go down there, spend a few $100s. And the Disney store is also great because the Disney outlets they have, you use your Disney card, you get 10% off. And, they've got some of the higher end collectibles that, cost $150. They end up going for $40 there. You sell them for $80. I mean, it's just good to have things rotating around. That's all.
Gotcha.
Sounds complicated.
Yeah, sounds like a lot of work.
And I enjoy going down there and having food. So we'll stop at a place. I mean, if I get my friend.
Who takes care of all the dogs when you leave?
We're only gone for like 6-7 hours. They're good. I feed them before I leave, give them water, and they run outside, do whatever they want. But usually I go. Kids usually here, the wife's here, but normally they're good.
Well, you said your wife's gone, so I assumed she wouldn't be there.
Yeah, this time it's just she's taking Gabe with him because he's going to go see the grandparents. They're in their 80s now.
Right, she's going off to go see her boyfriend. Got it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hope so. Maybe I'll have more free time in my hands. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to see my mom for a week. My mom, can't believe my mom's turning almost 80 soon. Ugh, scary. But basically.
Well, Eddie, when you get old as shit, so do the parents. That's how it works.
The dog's usually good for a full day by themselves.
That's what I was talking. I was talking to my mom, obviously, from Mother's Day, and she's telling me my dad this weekend's going in and get his hip replaced or whatever. And so it's like, oh, Bionic Man.
Oh, we're still dealing with the hospital from my wife's surgery on her knee last year. They still can't figure that shit out. It's a mess. Yeah. Every month we get a new bill and it changes. Insurance didn't pay anything. $5,000. Now we only charge you $3,500. I'm like, it still says insurance paid nothing on it. So
yeah, my dad. Whenever my dad and I talk, it's always new ailments. He's like, I need new hearing aids. I'm like, yeah, you do. You're yelling into the phone again, Dad.
I've realized how old I have a friend who just turned 85, and he was my best friend when I worked in my 20s. He was 50. He's now 85, and
that's called a groomer. Huh? That's called a groomer
for your priest.
Yeah. He was a computer guy, so me and him were computer geeks. Nice. And he changed to a GIS to mapping type stuff like I was working on in his 50s just to get a new thing. And I called me the other day to talk to him about computers, and all he could talk about was prostates the size of a softball. Yeah. I'm going, can we talk about something else besides prostates? I really don't need to hear about that.
But well, welcome to middle age.
Oh, he's old. He's 85 now, I think.
Yeah.
So, but, oh well. Wow, we just hit a wall.
Yeah.
Well, you started talking about prostates. I mean, Jesus.
Yeah.
And I felt bad just because I had to get finally break down and buy a pill caddy for fucking morning and afternoon and evenings and going like, Jesus, I'm old now. There's no denying that.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had one for a few years. I take about 5 pills a day. Oh, the 5 pills a day.
It's bad when you fill it up and needed a second one.
Well, that's what I was like going like, man, I've packed these pins.
Yeah.
By the time because that part of that's just because I also throw my vitamins in there. My vitamins are are a powder form vitamins instead of a concentrated one, so that it's more digestible. And so it means I have to take like 4 of them a day.
Yeah.
So it's like it takes up a lot of space, but
I hear
then
you.
of course
every morning I just take a fistful of shit.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
at night I take them. I take all my.
What I know is I can't swallow them all at once. I have to take them in.
We have some gummy vitamins we're trying. I don't know if vitamins actually do much for you.
So vitamins can be better than not taking your stuff the normal way, but it also depends on the vitamin itself, right? So a lot of that stuff is like has these really high doses, but the way that it is, your body doesn't really absorb it. It just passes
right out. Yeah,
I'm just laughing at we went from prostate to pill boxes and like expecting
to vitamins.
Yeah.
We lost everybody. We gained a viewer in between. We were in 3 to 4. I don't know who just joined.
Just make it all into a smoothie. Dump all the powder into a smoothie and slug it. It's a
smoothies are nasty.
I don't know. I have to take like a fistful of turmeric every day and ginger and
2 Wilmas and 3 Betties. Nice.
Nice. There you go, Chip.
I used to love those. Those were good flavors. They were tasty back in the day. I was like,
yeah, that's not what he's talking about.
Yeah, I know.
I'm drinking that the Circle.
I guarantee the Flintstone vitamins didn't do a fucking thing for it.
Why not? Full of sugar. But what was it? The Circle water my wife got me doing now. I found a
There's a scam.
Yeah, well, no, actually, it tastes pretty good. I mean, I drink more water that way than I drink water. So, but I hooked it up. I found a thing at Walmart, a 64 ounce cold thing now. So I fill it halfway, about a quarter with ice, and the rest with water. I mean, it's a scam. It does cost money, but I give it that much. I do drink less soda, and I drink more of that.
Oh, you're filling it up with water yourself. I thought you were talking about like some brand of water that you were buying.
Sorry,
no, the Circle water is the thing. It fits on the top of the water bottle, and then it flavors it as you drink it.
Oh, instead. Okay. Gotcha.
And and like they've got one called the Go ones, which is like grape and has a little bit of caffeine in it. So instead of me drinking 2 or 3 diet sodas during the day, I just fill up a 64 ounce thing of that during.
Or you can drink coffee like a man.
I don't like.
Or you could drink coffee, or you could just drink green tea and nothing but water, like a man with a ruined intestinal tract.
I drink diet iced tea, Arizona one, whatever that stuff's called.
But no, I'm just talking brewed green tea. No sugar, none of that
green
shit.
Tea. I can't do.
Yeah.
No.
I trust me. I miss being an actual human and drinking like dark coffee that's bitter as my soul.
Well, coffee was okay until I worked at a company to where I was just around the corner from 4 coffee pots for 10 years, and all you smelled was burnt coffee every day. It turns you off.
Well, just because you're exposed to crap doesn't mean you have to drink crap. You can actually drink good quality stuff, and
I don't like the taste of coffee
because you've had crap.
I've never drank either one. I just don't care for it.
Fair.
Good, bad, ugly. I've tried different ones.
I never really had a soda. I like soda. I never had a soda craving, but coffee. God, do I fucking miss coffee.
Look,
the reason
we'll settle it this way. I'll ask an impartial person. Chip, is coffee good, or is it bad?
Yes. And nobody's more impartial when it comes to beverages than Chip and coffee.
Somebody send me good coffee and I'll try it, but I can't tell you what's good and what's bad because I don't like coffee. But soda, I like for the carbonation. Diet soda, I don't care about the flavor, the burning and the caffeine going down the throat. That's my thing.
Uh-oh.
I mean, I don't. That's
Chip says it's the nectar of the gods.
There you go.
There you go,
ladies and gentlemen. Why don't you somebody give Eddie a different way to make his throat burn?
This sounds bad, doesn't it? I'm falling asleep. Oh, it doesn't get nighttime till like 9 o'clock out here now. It's still light outside. It's 8:19 and it's still light enough.
That's what it'll be in peak summer here, 9:30. But
I will say, you know what, despite the fact that of all the various comic books I've gotten in and checked in recently into my collection, the one thing that has brought me the most joy this week is
what?
I found a desk mount flange that allows me to mount a swing arm to my desk because I don't have a lip on the backside of my desk. So I was able to put a swing arm to hold my ring light, because previously my ring light that was my secondary light source was on a tripod that was set up on my desk and took up all kinds of space.
Oh, mine's
Removing that off of my
in the
desk and having a swing arm ring light,
I get that. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I used to try
joy.
and cope with that. I used to have a tripod light on my desk. I knocked it over all the fucking time, and
I couldn't get into the
still have a
cabinets.
ring light that's like
my ring
but
light.
It's just on a little weighted base. And it's still so much better than.
But I have the little ones that are on the cameras, but I mean, this is a nice 12-inch one that's up. But now
I bought the $29 one at Walmart. That's on like a $5 on a, it suspends and has a camera in the middle of it. So
yeah, that's what I mean. I had one of those, but it was I had that whole tripod up on my desk. And then I was plus it was up in the air high because I don't want it glare. I don't want a ring reflecting on the comics, right?
Yeah.
So it's all about getting, and I want the light more. I want the light more diffused,
glare right here,
so it's softer on me rather than
you want the Vaseline soft porn glow. I get you, Rob.
Yeah, exactly. I want to look sexy.
Yeah.
I need to get a new. I still got to find a decent
the hedgehog. What was that porn star's name? Ron Jeremy. Like Ron Jeremy stuff.
He's in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, but he's got dementia now, so he's not going to get any real trouble. He's pretty much going to die of dementia. Huh?
He's in prison.
Yeah.
He is now? Okay, I know he's got dementia.
He's been in prison for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and this table I'm on is the plastic tables I have at Walmart, the folding tables.
That's what mine is.
I'm a small version of that.
That's what mine is.
I have a really beautiful $600 desk that's in our bedroom. It's wood, and my wife bought it.
Baby.
It's beautiful, but it has a
Stop flashing Rob when he's on cam. He gets too distracted.
Yeah.
Can't help it. She's better looking than you are. Not that that's hard.
It's true.
Oh, wow.
I know. It's horrible. 30-something years, and I still find my wife attractive. I know it's awful.
I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
You want to kill this show and so Rob can go get laid?
Here. Just as a working joke, this is the kind of shirt my wife gets me.
Nice.
There you go.
A lot of words.
I wear that. Well, I've worn it. Me and my friend were down shopping down south, and I wore it inside a Target. Some lady was following me, trying to read it for 5 minutes. I realized I'm in Utah. She gets down to like number 4. I'm in trouble. So go. And her lips are going. My friend's like, dude, she's reading your shirt. I said, oh, yeah, what? Sorry, people get too offended in Utah. It's pretty bad. Yeah.
Maybe because every three blocks there's another ward.
Yep. There's on the east side of St. George, there's physically 2 churches together like this. They have 2 set. I mean, they are hooked together separately.
I will say, on a comic book related note, I will say, because I was out there in St. George just before Free Comic Book Day.
Oh yeah, did you?
I swung by the shop. I didn't buy anything. Once again, it's just weird. But he was going all horde for all hog for Free Comic Day. He had banners all around town.
They're all around town, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, holy cow.
Yeah, he did. I always thought when I saw the banners back in the day, there was a comic shop near where the banner was. They realized, no, it's all across town at the one day.
Exactly. Yeah. Hey, all I know is I've been there too many times now. I was driving around without GPS all the time. I knew where I was going. I was like, that's a problem now.
I haven't been back down there in probably to his shop in like 2 months.
Yeah, I mean, his stuff isn't. I mean, he's got books, but the prices weren't. So there was some stuff that wasn't bad when I was there this last go round, but it was just like it was nothing special. And it was like, okay, I didn't feel like the need to pick up anything there that I couldn't pick up somewhere else for about the same price and then have to deal with getting it back home.
Yeah.
So
his did you look the very right hand, the on this thing where he has all the boxes set up. The very two right books are all of his Silver Age stuff and pre stuff, and it's just the prices. If it's Silver Age or whatever, it's all $80-$90 each, even if the book goes for $15-$20.
Well,
I mean,
his system doesn't make any sense.
No,
it's like you think it's alphabetical, and then all of a sudden, like alphabet restarts, and then it like restarts again, and you're like, what?
He does DC and then like independent kind of stuff, then Marvel, and then the final two long boxes that are on that table at the very end.
Oh, is that what it is? It's like
stuff
alphabetical within the publisher.
That's how. And below there's more shit you can look through.
Oh, you're not used to that, Rob? All the S's around me do that.
No, I'm just used to it alphabetical. Period.
For fun stuff, for FOMO stuff, you used to be able to go on the app and see what's hot right now. Like when Kang was, you'd find the Fantastic Four, the Kang books. He'd have 2 or 3 of them, and they'd be like $3-4 each, even though they were now selling for 25 or 30. And he's now basically, I think he watches that list every week. And if it FOMOs for a certain price, he doubles that price and goes in and changes the book. So you can't even get something to trade with somebody or give. I used to go in there to get extra small things for mystery boxes. People might want some of the cool hot books, so I'd go down there and you'd find it for $5-6. Now he's up to like freaking $80 or $20, $25
on most of the books he had there aren't like great either. It's
it's
a lot of like VG plus stuff.
Yeah, like he has an X-Men number 8 on the wall that I paid what he has it for non-graded. I think I got mine at 5.5, and he wants 200 plus for a non-graded one that looks like it's thrashed. Like, what is he doing? And he's not very nice. I had tried to buy some cards one time, some of the hologram cards from the Impel set. He had all 5 holograms for $50 or $60. Great deal. They go for about $100. I went to go buy them. He picks them up and goes, "Yeah, these are hot right now. I looked last night, so I'm not going to sell them." And then next week he puts them out for $150. And you're like, well, I'm not buying anything here then. I used to be able to buy boxes down there because I know I don't have any expensive things to put slabs in, but the magazine style ones fit them perfect. They used to be $10. Now they're $20 for a magazine box.
Yeah, well, that's not necessarily his fault.
Yeah,
the boxes have gone up ridiculously lately.
So have the backing boards and everything. They're double what they used to be.
That's not been too well. There are some that have been bad. Fortunately, the ones I've been buying haven't been.
I've been ordering them on Amazon, 20 something for 100 of each. Thought that was a good price, right?
The company I've been getting them from is based out of Canada, and when you buy over a certain amount at a time, they do free shipping, so you don't have to pay for the shipping. And they've been running like 40% off sale, so it's been like 100 boards for like $10 and 100 bags for like $12 or $13 for. And they're the BOP bags instead of the straight poly.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
So they're the 2 mil BOP bags, so they're nice and thick and sturdy and
send us the link. I've been buying them on Amazon. It's the only place. Whenever we do an Amazon order, I'll just tag on 100 bags and boards. But since I haven't been buying much, I still have like 50 or 60.
Yeah, I'll share with you guys a link. Because it's a company I found on Amazon, but then I found I could get it cheaper directly from them as long as you buy enough to get the free shipping because they're based out of Canada.
Yeah.
But like I said, they've been doing, like I said, I think they just finished their sale, but they do. But I was able to get everything from them, from slab bags to my golden age Mylars to whatever, and they have the modern, they have bronze, the bronze, which they call current, right? Everyone calls current, and then you have the silvers and.
Yeah,
I just buy silvers at this point. I stopped buying.
I just buy silvers. I just buy silver bags and boards for everything, and then
me too.
And I use that for everything because I don't mind the extra board.
I'd rather have that than the variation in a short box of So
then I have that, and then my golden age stuff goes in Mylar.
Nice.
And they also have on their backing boards. I think I've been paying a little bit more for the backing boards because I've been getting they have the 24 point, but they also have a 28 point board, which is just like $1 more for the back of 100. And so having a slightly thicker backing board is better, especially with the current books inside the Silver Age bags. So because it holds it in place better. So
actually, this is the Skeff box. Might as well. I think the video already took out.
Okay, you do that, then I'm going to bed after this.
Really. This was the
Right.
Marvel,
they're all
Captain
books.
Marvel. Never seen that box before.
This
Gwenverse, okay.
the Grimm. I don't even know.
Yeah.
Boily, Crap.
I still like that
Crap.
cover. That's Liefeld, right?
It's
I don't know.
not on his own. A lot of Liefeld's ever painted in his life, but
Doesn't look like anything exciting.
No, I mean
All right,
for
not bad.
$50. For $50, but
if it came with a slab, that's not bad.
Yeah, it was a 9.8. The slab was. Oh, I'm not sure if this is it or not. Nope, that's not it. The slab's somewhere.
All right, well,
All right, well, so tomorrow at 8:30.
save it
8:30,
till
you
next
can
time.
watch
Yep.
tomorrow at 8:30. You can watch on T-Dub's channel.
There
You
you
can watch
go.
him as he reviews some books.
And Rob will be on his Only Slabs or
Only
Slabby
Slabs or whatever.
Fans on Saturday, and Eddie will be unboxing something. People just
Yeah, I'm unboxing shit.
Also, Thursday I have a CBCS video dropping of all original, like it's like 9 or 10 sketch covers that were all original commission sketch covers.
Nice.
Coming back.
All right.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Okay, good night, guys.